What does that mean to you, being a national champ?
I don't know. It's everything I worked for up to this point. I try not to idolize wrestling, but a big part of my life was focused on winning a national title. Extremely blessed to get a 6th year. Man, I can't put it to words right now, but I'm just excited. And I want to just go hug my family and be with them and just bask in it for a little bit.
How close were you not to coming back for your 6th year?
You know, like, I had 2 surgeries. I was out for about 6 months, not wrestling at all. And at a time when I was going through it, I just didn't know if, like, this was in my cards, and did a lot of soul searching. And at the end of the day, I know I loved wrestling. And it was just a chance to get out there and compete again. It wasn't about winning the title at the time. It was just being like a little kid again and enjoying the sport and falling back in love with it.
Anthony, 2-part question here. First part is, you were the first 4-time undefeated New Jersey champion. You were the first Rutgers 4-time All-American, and I'll give you tied for first, even though Nick technically.
Nah, he's first, man. I had 3 I had 3 chances. I didn't get it done.
Well, okay. But you've been a trailblazer in your career. Is that a role that you like? And then the second thing is, can you just say mobbing for us?
Yeah, I'll start with it. Ashnault be mobbing. And, man, I came to Rutgers to do that kind of thing, to get more recruits, like I said, after the semis. But, you know, to be honest, I was a little nervous. And once Nick won, it was like I could be free out there and I could let it fly. So I'm grateful for him. He pushed me a lot. He could be one of the reasons why I finally made the jump to get in here. He transferred another workout partner. He's an awesome kid. I'm super happy for him. I'm so freaking happy. Rutgers got 2 champs. We broke through that wall, and it's going to be uphill from here.
Anthony, that wall, I mean, what's it mean for you and Nick? No one can say you can't do it at Rutgers.
I mean,
now.
you know, it means I'm going to be coaching next year and going to kids like, hey, we got it done. I know what I did, and I know what Nick did, the steps along the way. There's proofs in the pudding. It's a lot easier to set the table for a high school kid looking to come to school for Rutgers. We're not just producing All-Americans and national finalists and Big Ten champs. Now we're taking top 10 in the country as a team, and we're getting national champs.
2 questions. I know you enjoy freestyle and you have goals in that. Do you take a little time off, or do you just start working on your gut wrenches? And then secondly, will you wrestle in the Garden when they invite you to wrestle the #1 guy in freestyle in May?
Heck yeah, man. I'm going to Pan Am Games with the senior level guys about April 20th. I think I compete in Buenos Aires, Argentina. So I'll be with a lot of the starting guys, and that's where I want to be. My goal as a little kid was to be an Olympic champ, national champ, and now I got that part done. But, I mean, I thought it would be a little more satisfying, but I just realized that my potential still has a little bit more to go. And, you know, this was a stressful time. College is stressful. You know, you got goals for yourself. I had 6 years, but you only usually get 4 years to do it. And when you don't accomplish it so many times in a row, you start getting down on yourself. And it took a lot of soul searching just to prove to myself that I am worth it, and the grind is worth it, and it's gonna happen one day, and it happened.
Anthony, John Rinaldi with the USA Boxing News. I remember seeing you warm up and getting ready for your matches with that SpongeBob shirt. What does this mean to this day on this stage wearing that Rutgers singlet? What does this mean to you and your family and the program that you're wrestling for?
Man, this goes beyond just Rutgers. Grew up in a small community, South Plainfield, New Jersey, and I deleted my Twitter and Instagram this year, but man, the older people on Facebook, they're popping off, and they're putting me in their stories and just showing me all their love, and that motivated me a lot for tonight. And I knew I had an army behind me. One of my old coaches, Sebastian Rivera's dad, 125-pounder, he always says it takes an army for us to go compete out there. And man, if you look up at that Rutgers crowd, that's an army. They're chanting, they're into it, they're nervous, and that's what it's about. That's what this tournament's about. And I don't know, I'm just excited, blessed. I don't mean to cut anyone off. I just want to go see my family a little bit.
We haven't seen the tape of the match, but your mother did not watch most of it.
Yeah, that's most of the match.
So that's what I was going to get to. Is that a superstition?
Yeah, I mean, I told her, they asked if my family wanted to sit next to the mat side, and my first reaction was like, I mean, my mom's super superstitious. If she sits in one seat the first session of the tournament and I win and I look good, it's the same seat, the same shirt, the same scarf, the same position. She watches it. Everything's the same. And back to that SpongeBob shirt, I'm just happy that that senior on my team ripped it when he did, because my superstitions aren't like that at all. And the most superstitious thing I have is just my thoughts and controlling them. So I look at her, though, when she's doing that, and just to me it means she loves me and she cares so much about me that she doesn't want to see me hurt, or she wants to see me accomplish my goals. And honestly, I love it. I don't mind seeing her like that, because it's been my whole life, and that's how I know she like really cares about me.